marked flaws on display just makes you feel a type of way. Honestly, they're just haunting. Peng manipulated the eyes in each of his child subjects to make them look more flawless, to kind of comment on westernized ideals of femininity.
Head back to the crib, head to bed, wake up in the morning, skip school, can't. Oh what, my crib is this place here. 7 in the morning. Let's go chill somewhere. There's a human right there, I can't eat yet. Is anyone there? Is there any cameras? Oh, there's a person there. There's another human. Fuck this human. There's humans everywhere. Fuck, I can't speak. Oh, he's watching me. He's watching me. Oh no. Fucking. Any humans over here? There's one. Please tell me. Eat. Eat. Come on. There we are. Oh, fuck. What's this? What's this place here, dog? What's this place? University. Okay. University of Whitewind. Cool. So that's the university, I guess. But where's the dorms though? Unless the dorms are somewhere in the city of Whitewind. Cool. Another part of the University of Whitewind. Look at this. Jump. Jump. Chill here, dog. Press play.
That Asian media just emphasize. The
Have a
subjects
brand.
are real children, but the way the
For a
artist
day.
manipulated them literally makes them look like creepy dolls with like their eyes just big, dark, haunting. Another one is on the girl in a bathtub. Blood. There are body parts floating over her in the tub, and what makes it worse are like the blood streaks that are streaming down the bathtub. And then the girl obviously right in the middle looking at you like, I don't even know. Now the worst one for me in the collection was a tiny girl in a wedding dress. The girl literally looks 5 years old at best. She's tiny, she's crying, she's in a wedding dress, and she's heavily pregnant. I just can't get that eyes out of my head, like I really can't. Like I hope when the pictures flash up, like you guys know what I mean. Starting us off with number 10 is the collection of weird objects. The Museum of Curiosity opened a gallery in 2012 that was what I can only describe as the weirdest art collection I've ever seen in my life. The first of this collection is an eyeball tray. Literally, I believe it's a glass eyeball tray. I hope it's glass. It definitely isn't real, otherwise they would have decayed by now, I feel. The next is The Marauding Horde by Tessa Farmer, and it's the skeletons of 2 flies on a bigger flying insect which is just standing on a bird claw skeleton of some kind. Yeah, I don't know what to say either. I didn't know what to say when I saw it. I don't know what to say now. Tessa has many other pieces in the gallery that are all equally horrific. The collection also features a bat skeleton, a box of teeth. It's just a lot. But the scariest pieces are for sure.
147 men set sail on this raft. Only 15 managed to survive. But those that did survive turned to cannibalism after being severely starved. Just knowing that backstory makes the painting way darker than it already is. Back to you, Bree.
Alright, and then number 7, we have the Japanese girl
Can I
drawing.
join you?
This is another painting with a very
Sure,
dark
go ahead.
backstory. So legend goes that
What's
a
your
Japanese
name?
student was found dead in her room.
Elijah.
This was the last
What's
image that
yours?
she had drawn before taking her own life. In fact, she scanned this image
April.
and posted it online for everyone to see. But legend goes, if you stare into this girl's eyes too long, then she would get you to take your own life as well. Some who have stared at it for a while have
How old are you, April?
evil. The girl gets an evil-looking smirk on her face and
28 years old.
If that's
What about you?
Looks like, then
15.
I guess I'm evil because I look like that in the morning.
Making our way down the list, number 6, we have the Mona Lisa. Now I know what you're
Can I
thinking.
tell you something?
Lindsay, how is this painting scary?
What's up?
Well, it's not. But its backstory certainly is. So there's this famous urban legend surrounding the Mona Lisa.
Asylum.
Yeah,
It
what's
was
up?
built to house the mentally insane,
Well, don't tell
homeless, and
me.
handicapped
Yeah, you may not believe this, but I am a god. I just want to tell you that and let me and let you know. Prove it. Whatever you say. See here, I'm eating these apples. Yeah? Let me prove it some more. Shapeshift. Look at me. Do I look like a human? No. Say R1. Do you want me to prove you a bit more? Yeah. Okay. Let's summon something. There you are. Fuck you, we are God. Now I have to get rid of these minions. Let me freeze time. I have to get rid of these fuckers. Sorry, minions. But you have to go at 4 and 3. You have to go. Bye-bye. So I mean, I am a god. Let me quickly shapeshift into my human form, then unfreeze the time. Unfreeze time. Fuck you, I won. You're one of my creatures. You must die. You're not allowed in the human world, creature. Let me freeze time again. I have to get rid of this creature here. It's not welcome here in this world. In this human world. Can you just stay still? Let me summon fire. There we are. Unfreeze time. Now hopefully, now the creature, let me close the portal too. There we are. How come you're here if you're a god? Me and my family, like, each god, basically they're fighting each other. We're in the war, basically. And sadly, the god of war took over our kingdom. So we had to escape and go to Earth. Here. What if they come here? What if then? Don't worry. Don't worry about that. Trust me. Don't fucking worry. Okay. I know, April. Press play.
Work for physical labor in exchange for board and
Oh,
medical
join
care.
for
However,
die. Sorry.
in the
Oh, good.
1950s, it began to shut down its wards, including the mental hospital. People began to uncover some
So,
pretty
April,
disturbing things. In 2006,
how old
people
you
found
are?
a freezer in the morgue that had mummified
28 years old. What about you?
samples that were left behind
15.
from when the hospital was
Do you
abandoned.
have
So
a husband
it makes you
or
wonder what kind of
boyfriend?
treatments that they were doing here and what happened to these poor people. It is now rumored
I have a
that this
husband.
hospital is extremely haunted.
Cool,
And if
okay.
you care about your mental and physical well-being, you won't step foot inside of the Rancho Los Amigos Hospital. The
Gonna go out?
Lunatic Asylum
So
haunts
baby,
number
love
8.
you baby
This
god.
insane asylum
Love you
was
too,
built
baby
in
April
1874,
human.
and it was originally intended to treat
I
people
want you
with
dick god in
tuberculosis.
me.
The hospital staff began abusing
Fair
their
enough.
patients due to overcrowding, and they would
I know.
constantly hurt them both
I want
physically
you dick
and
in me,
mentally.
god.
There was even one doctor
I
by
want
the name of Walter
you
Jackson who was a big
to
fan of this
pregnant
transorbital lobotomy.
pregnant
Okay, I'm
me
not really
with
sure
your
what it is,
god
but
kid.
from what I'm seeing,
Oh,
it's
I
pretty
will
damn
trust me.
gross. Like, the doctors were taking
Thanks,
this tool
baby.
and
You're
going
welcome.
in between your eyes so
You're
that they can work their way
human.
into the frontal lobe.
I know,
It's
baby.
pretty disturbing
Yes, you're
and disgusting.
fucking
So
human,
once
aren't
they're
you?
able to get to the frontal lobe, from there, he would sever connections in order to
Yes,
correct
I
their
am.
behavior. He
I'm
performed
your
over
human
200
hoe.
lobotomies during his time. So as a result, there were hundreds of deaths
What,
that
you're a
happened here.
human
This hospital
hoe?
was so bad,
I mean,
it even
look at
has
you.
a permanent corpse stain on the floor because
You
the
got a
body
fat
had
ass,
left
by the
there
way.
for way too long.
And
Yeah,
nice
I don't
tits,
think
too.
Mr. Cleaner Bleach will help
Thanks,
out with this
baby.
situation.
You're welcome.
Up
My
next, in
baby.
number 7, we
April.
have the tongue biter. A patient who tested positive for HIV and paranoid schizophrenia thought that the nurses at the psych ward were all trying to kill him. So as a way to protect himself, he would bite his tongue and spit HIV-positive blood into their faces and try to get it into their mouth. Well, this actually sounds so damn terrifying. Whenever the nurses had to interact with him, they had to wear full masks, gowns, gloves in order to protect themselves.
Oh, good.
This is absolutely insane. I bet his tongue is so damaged from him constantly biting himself. This sounds like the worst patient ever. We have another horror story coming onto this list in at number 6. Pennhurst Asylum is located in Pennsylvania, and it was opened in 1908. This was a hospital for children, but it was barely staffed, and it was poorly funded. So this led to a lot of overworked, desperate staff members who used a lot of cruel and unusual punishments. A lot of children were drugged, they were chained to their beds, isolated for days, and they had their teeth ripped out of their gums to prevent biting. A reporter went into the insane asylum to investigate how the workers were treating the patients, and in 1968, patients, and in 1968 it was finally shut down. But the fun doesn't stop there. It is believed that this place is still haunted by upset children who were abused there. If you enter the doors, you can actually hear some screaming. You can hear doors being slammed and uncontrollable crying. Number 5 takes us to the Waverly Hills Sanitarium. The insane asylum was built in 1910, and this was the place where patients with tuberculosis would go to get some treatment. But they had no idea what was in store for them. Doctors at the hospital carried out painful experimental surgeries as a way to treat the disease. They would insert balloons into their lungs, and they also tried removing ribs in order to allow the lungs to expand. Yeah, I can safely say that none of these surgery techniques are being used today because they're absolutely insane. It's crazy. It's ludicrous. Maybe the doctor should have been admitted to the hospital because they were absolutely crazy. As a result of these surgeries, 64,000 patients died, and one of the employees hanged herself in the laundry room because she couldn't tolerate how the patients were being treated. The corpses would then be transported out of the morgue through a body chute, and a lot of the original building is actually still intact today. Slicing into number 4, we have the Metropolitan State Hospital. They opened their doors in 1930, and even though it was supposed to be a safe haven for children with mental health issues, it was more like a prison. Children would be heavily sedated on a constant basis, and they would be severely disciplined. In 1978, there was a patient named Anna Marie Davy, and one day she went out for a walk, but she never returned. 2 years later, another patient confessed to the brutal murder, and he brought the police to 3 separate graves where he had buried parts of her mutilated body. And if that wasn't gruesome enough, he even kept 7 of her teeth tucked away in his room just as a souvenir. I mean, how the hell does a murder in a hospital even happen? He got away with murdering her, cutting up her body, and digging 3 separate graves. Someone definitely wasn't very good at their jobs, otherwise she would have been caught a lot sooner, or that girl wouldn't have been murdered. Things get pretty gruesome in at number 3 with Topeka State Hospital. The hospital opened its doors back in 1872 for the medically and criminally insane. For nearly 100 years, they closed their doors because there were so many reports of abuse and murder. During its operational days, Topeka State Hospital was infamous for their elaborate and brutal treatments. They used to force their patients to become sterile. They used chemotherapy and castration. A lot of the patients were starved to death, or they would be left in a tub of ice cold water for days. Some of them would be tied to trees, and they would be left for hours and hours. It's no wonder why the patients who were admitted here just keep getting more and more insane. Next up, number 2, we have the arm eater. A woman with a personality disorder was moved into a new room for closer monitoring, and that's because she was at a high risk of harming herself. This 30-year-old woman was struggling with mental issues ever since she was 8 years old. During Christmas time, she started to really struggle with her health because it was a really tough time for her, so she began to bite herself. And I'm not talking about just digging her teeth into, a little bit of skin. She would actually grab her arm with her teeth and tear flesh away. And we're talking like huge pieces. I don't want to get too graphic on you guys. It's pretty crazy. She would then chew it, and then and she said that a voice in her head told her to do it. Patient gouges out their own eyes brings us to number 1 because why not? I came across this story on Reddit, and it was written by Never Got Challenger. This story is about their mother who used to work in a neuropsychiatric ward while she was in grad school. One night while she was performing her routine checks, she stumbled upon the most gruesome and horrific scene of her life.
We're doing a fuck
night,
at when we
all the
fuck.
patients' bedroom doors are normally closed, but one room was different. As she turned the corner, she noticed that one of the rooms were open, and she saw
Out in
someone
public
lying on the
somewhere.
floor. When she looked
Fair
inside of
enough.
the room, she saw a patient who had just gouged both of her own eyes out with her bare hands. She was just on the floor holding her bloody eyes.
Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have the Sulam Hospital. This hospital was built in 1972 and was designed
So
to
now we're doing
specialize in
con.
mental health treatments as well as physiotherapy. The designs for the building began in the 60s, and the building was created with quite a few structural issues. There were often leaky roofs that led to infection control issues within the hospital, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to happen in a hospital. They were usually understaffed, which led to the patients being given extremely high doses of oral sedatives in order to keep all the patients calm and to avoid any violent outbursts. But, of course, aside from the ethics of that practice, this would lead to substance dependence problems, which in turn led to more violent outbursts. There was a focus on security in this hospital, which could be a good thing, but it truly was taken overboard, and it ended up being more like a prison, which is extremely detrimental to those who are trying to heal. In 2012, the original Sulam building was abandoned, and the hospital moved to a new location in Castle Peak.
Coming in at number 9, we have Alton Mental Health Hospital.
Love you, Daddy
Located in
God.
Illinois, this facility was
Love
built
you,
in the
to my
1900s.
baby whore.
Sadly, they
Human
used a lot of
equal.
unethical practices on the patients there, like electric shock
Yep, I am.
lobotomies, and cold water treatments. This was just an everyday, normal practice at the hospital.
Can you get
Now
me
it
and
says
choke
this place
me?
is extremely
Daddy God?
haunted. It's still open to this
Sure.
day, and staff, patients, and
Can I
visitors
bust
have
an
all
on you?
heard unexplainable noises,
Yes.
or doors will just randomly slam
Cool.
closed. One of the creepiest things that
You damn
happened was
little
to a
whore.
nurse that
I
worked in
know,
the
right?
hospital.
I'm your
She
whore.
was in a room when she heard someone
you
say,
sure are.
"Who's that?" She turned around,
I'm a little
but no one was
whore.
there. Then that same
I
day,
know,
a
right,
different
Daddy,
nurse
I'm your
went into
whore.
the same room, and she heard
Yes.
someone say the exact same thing.
I'm a little
Lastly, a bunch of
daddy
people have
bitch.
taken photos while visiting
Yes,
patients,
Daddy, I'm
and have
your
caught
daddy.
images and have caught
Little
orbs
human
in their
skanky
photos.
hoe.
One said the orb had a
Yep.
face of a human man in pain. In our 8th spot, we have the Trans-Albany Lunatic Asylum. The Trans-Albany Lunatic Asylum began operating in 1964 and was designed to hold only 250 patients. However, it was soon housing more than 2,400 patients, which was very problematic. The place was extremely overcrowded, and patients started to become more and more violent. Soon, they were starting fires and attacking.
Let's pause it and let's go somewhere where we can fuck. Done. Then we'll chill there. Fair enough, baby daddy God. I know what my skinky little horse daddy. It's the abandoned house near my house. I live down the road from here. Let's chill here and fuck here. Fair enough. So it is abandoned. Yeah, pretty much. Shit. Press play, guys.
Of mistreated patients. Moving on to
We're
number 7, we
done.
have Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Located in Kentucky, this hospital was originally built in 1910. The hospital soon became a dumping ground for the undesirable. Sadly, a lot of patients did end up dying there, and they were buried on the grounds in graves marked by numbers, not names. In 1995, when the building closed, workers discovered hundreds of suitcases in the attic of the building. These suitcases belonged to the patients who one day hoped for freedom, but never got it. Coming in at number 3, we have the New Jersey State Lunatic Asylum. This asylum opened up in 1848 under the order of Dr. Henry Cotton, a man who thought mental illness was a result of body infections, which clearly isn't the case. So this belief led to a number of disturbing operations. He would do things like remove patients' teeth, stomachs, ovaries, colons, and bladders, all because he thought that if he removed them, he would just Pennsylvania, the Byberry Mental Hospital opened its doors in 1907. It actually started as a working farm for patients before turning into a mental hospital in the 1920s. Much like several other hospitals on this list, overpopulation and lack of funding led to patients being mistreated. In fact, some patients were forced to live with no clothing and not enough food. Typically, the hallways would be filled with sewage. Also, in order to cure the patients, they would be placed in solitary confinement, or beat, or subjected to electric shock treatments. In 1990, the hospital was shut down after it was revealed how horrible it really was.
Possessed Jane starts us off at number 10. Jane was a new patient admitted to a psychiatric wing of a hospital. During the night, a staff member performed her usual nightly routines and checks, but when she went to Jane's room, she saw her sitting in a puddle of blood. As it turns out, Jane had been slicing off her skin on her shin with her dirty fingernails. As she was slicing her skin, she would pull the skin up her leg, which would expose her muscle and bones. I mean, what the heck is going on? Jane also had a nightly routine where she would need to touch every wall in her room in a crucifix pattern. But one night, a staff member went to check up on her, and she saw her standing in the doorway smiling. The staff asked her what was wrong, and Jane said, "What makes you think you're speaking to Jane?" I mean, oh God, I don't know how people can work the graveyard shift in an insane asylum. Anything can happen. Everyone is a little bit cuckoo. But you know what? I hope that they're getting extra pay.
In our number 9 spot today, we have the
have another joint.
Psychiatric Rehabilitation Hospital. Before I dive into this one, guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying the video so far, because it really helps us out. This hospital is located in Shanghai and has a lot of history of holding patients long past their recovery. The most well-known case of this is the case of Su Wei. In 2001, Su Wei began to exhibit some symptoms of mental illness, and upon evaluation, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He was treated for a short while and then released back to his family. In 2003, Su got in an argument with his father and ended up hitting his father, which of course was not okay, and his father ended up taking him to the King Chung Hospital. In 2008, Su's father passed away, so his guardianship was passed on to his brother, and since that year, Su has expressed his wishes to be released from the hospital, but his brother will not sign the discharge papers, so Su was kept in the facility for years against his will. He was even declared rehabilitated, but they still would not let him leave, which I can only imagine took an enormous toll on his mental health that he had been working so hard on. In 2013, Su finally got the assistance he needed from a lawyer and sued both his brother and the hospital, but after a year of delays, his case was rejected. Finally, after 3 more years of appeals, Su was finally declared to have full civil capacity and was finally released. It is then the account went totally silent. A year later, Dong's father finally gave an update and explained that his daughter had been taken into the 3rd hospital of Zhuzhou's women's ward after the live stream, and she was just now being released. He expressed his concern over her heavy medication, and he described her after the release as lacking vitality. I, of course, am not a doctor, but Dong was being given antipsychotic drugs that are used to treat schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, despite not being diagnosed with either, which just doesn't quite seem right. It is certainly worrisome that she was taken and treated and medicated at the hospital for an entire year, despite not being admitted either voluntarily or even by family.
So another joint, which was a prank video. The twins.
Just take crazy down, and maybe we can have some fun. Oh, I found the bag.
Have another joint.
Hi, man. How's it going?
Good.
Good. Yeah, sorry to bother you. So today's Sunday. On Sunday, I usually like to give back to the community. So I was wondering if you're gonna stay here for a while, could I buy you a coffee and donut? Just out there at Tim Hortons. Be like really quick.
Are you, like, with a church?
No, I just thought, it's like a family thing. On Sunday, we like to go around and give back to the community. So, yeah.
Alright, that's cute.
Oh, so great. Also, I'll be right back, okay? Promise. Bro, can you help me really quick? Yeah, like my girlfriend's like so mad at me. It's like, do you know like chocolate, like those like nice chocolate things? Like, do you know where I could find like one of those?
Yeah, so there's a Rexall just right across from the Queen Station, just 5 minutes away from here.
Oh, yeah, the Rexall. Yeah, they'd have those chocolate things there. Yeah, okay, cool, man. Like, she's actually like crazy. Like, yeah, you probably get it. Thanks, man. Together. That's true. So here's your coffee, miss. Excuse me, miss? Sorry to bother you. Can you help me for a second? Like, my girlfriend's like really mad at me, and like I'm out on the hunt trying to find her something. Like, I was thinking chocolates. Yeah, yes, I do think that's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, like, she likes chocolates, and I don't really know what else to get her. That's true. So I'll get her like one of those like special ones. You know, like there's a place around here I could maybe go to.
Who's my daddy?
Sure. Okay.
My
I'll
daddy
go to
with a
Shoppers.
funny
Cool. Thank you.
human.
Chocolate.
I'm
Yeah,
God,
chocolate.
baby daddy.
Thank you.
Yeah. On to anyone else. Good. If the
Dude,
government
I
find out of this country in the human world, they'll most likely experiment with me, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to get experimented on. I want to live a normal life. So, I don't want to go to Area 51 or SCP Foundation. Fuck that. I'd rather live a normal life without hurting anyone. So if they pick on me, I'll hurt them. But other than that, now I live a normal human life.
I know, I'm quick, eh? Yeah, I'm very fast. I'm speedy. Actually, dude, I need a gift bag. My girlfriend's gonna kill me. She's pretty crappy and stuff. She needs a gift bag. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show you how it looks, okay?
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Hey, why don't you count to 15? Hi, miss? Hi, oh, sorry to interrupt. How are you doing? So today's Sunday, and usually on Sunday you like to give back to the community. Thank you. What? I got them. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna give you a donut too. Okay? Is that fine? What? I'm quick. I'm really quick.
Oh my god.
Was that fast?
Yeah, I took that you already ordered.
Oh, actually, I forgot your donut. I'm gonna give you a donut. No, I insist. I'm gonna give you a donut, okay? Actually, my girlfriend's gonna kill me if I don't get a gift bag. I'm telling you, I don't have a gift bag for you.
Wow, that explains.
Oh, here's your donut.
Wow, that explains a lot. Yeah, it was.
I was like, man, like, we gotta get this guy. Like,
Yeah. Like, I honestly thought I was high.
Oh,
You got me.
Oh, that's a gift bag. She'd kill me if I didn't have a gift bag. Oh, I'm really fast.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the help.
No join.
I know, there's 3 of us. Yeah, I saw you saying everything, but then I was confused. Oh, we got you? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Got you. You were always so good, though. You were so confused. It really is teleporting, huh? Yeah, sure, right? We're identical.
With select HP devices enhanced by HP Presence, you can be seen and heard like you're in the room from any room.
Because another prank video.
That was us earlier.
There's no join.
What's up, guys? Today, we're taking it on the escalator. Only double the trouble style.
We got 2 sets of twins, and we're gonna be messing with their minds 2 times the start.
That's right. 2 boys in the bottom, 2 boys in the top. Hey, guys, how are you?
Love you, Daddy. Love you too, my baby whore. I can't wait until I have kids with you, God.
You wanna take the escalator?
I know.
I don't know. Hey, guys, how are you?
If your boyfriend have trouble, if your boyfriend has a problem with me,
Sorry, bro.
just let him know I'm a God.
Oh,
And I can easily destroy his bitch ass. I can easily make him poof out of resistance. And make everyone forget he was even here. Fair enough, I'll tell him that if he have a problem. Cool. When I get pregnant and if he have a problem with it, I'll tell him. Good girl. I know, Daddy God.
so yeah,
Press
it's
play.
outside, bro. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
So, what do you do as a living?
You're over here.
Yeah, no.
What's up here? We took the wrong one, man.
I work at the bank down the road
No, it's
Movie theaters this way, guys?
up
from
there.
my house.
Wrong aspect.
Cool. Who am I? Daddy God. Yes, you got them right,
Yeah,
you
no.
bitch whore.
What's up here?
Yes,
Yeah,
Daddy.
it's like the wrong
I'm
side.
a bitch whore. Yes, you got them right, Daddy.
Is it that one?
It was the wrong side. Sorry about that, guys. We bumped into you earlier. No, we took the wrong escalator. I was telling you that the food court was that way. Yeah, it's up there, not down there.
I think we took the wrong one.
Yeah, no, it's... Escalator, bro.
Dude, I thought this was...
It was the wrong side, man.
Could it have been that one?
No, we took the wrong escalator. I was telling you that the food court was that way. Yeah, it's up there, not down there.
I think we took the wrong one.
Yeah, no, it's...